I've been really lucky. Throughout my baseball career, I've met great coaches and mentors at just the right times. I've been blessed with incredible encounters and learned so much at the perfect moments. I think those experiences are what shaped who I am today. Those were the humble words of Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the ace pitcher of the Los Angeles Dodgers. When asked by the media about his growth as a player, Yamamoto often says, almost like a habit, "I've just been lucky." But behind that luck lies relentless effort and a deep sense of gratitude toward everyone around him. And then came the 2025 World Series. In Game 2, he threw a complete game victory. In Game 6, he delivered 96 intense pitches, and then in a move that defied all logic, he took the mound again the very next day on 0 days rest. Astonishingly, he earned another win, and was crowned the World Series MVP. Right after the championship, exhausted but smiling, Yamamoto said, "Honestly, I wasn't sure if I could even pitch when I headed to the bullpen. But being able to experience this moment, it's the best feeling in the world. I just gave everything I had this postseason, and I'm just so happy to have won with this team." He admitted he didn't even know if he could pitch, yet he climbed the mound and delivered once again. Few people truly know the path that led him to this moment of glory. At just 5'10", Yamamoto may not be the biggest pitcher in the MLB, but he possesses one of the strongest minds in the game. So how did Yoshinobu Yamamoto grow into what many now call the best pitcher in the world? And how was he able to make that unbelievable start on 0 days rest? In this video, we'll uncover the story behind his strength, the journey that turned luck into greatness. Stay tuned until the end. Chapter 1. The Roots in Okayama, a bond born in childhood. On August 17, 1998, Yoshinobu Yamamoto was born in the quiet town of Bizen, Okayama Prefecture. His journey with baseball, the sport that would define his life, began when he was just a first grader. And the one who guided him toward that path was his father, Tadanobu. A former high school shortstop, Tadanobu's passion for baseball never faded. So when he was asked to help coach a local youth team called the eBay Powerfuls, he gladly accepted. Watching his father pour his heart into coaching, young Yoshinobu couldn't help but be inspired. Before long, he decided to join the very same team, the eBay Powerfuls, where his father coached. That moment marked the first step in what would become an extraordinary pitching career. At eBay Powerfuls, Yamamoto played both pitcher and catcher. By 6th grade, he was the team's starting catcher, even competing in a national tournament. But to talk about Yamamoto's childhood, there's one person who cannot be left out. His lifelong friend and next-door neighbor, Yuma Tongu, who later became his teammate with the Orix Buffaloes. Their houses stood right next to each other. Every day, they'd gather their friends at a nearby park and play baseball until the sun disappeared beyond the horizon. Those were the golden days of youth. While Yuma was energetic and outgoing, the younger Yoshinobu was calm and thoughtful, a boy who always gave his all. Yuma's father, Tetsuya Tongu, later said fondly, "Even back then, Yoshinobu gave his best in everything he did." The two went to the same elementary school and played side by side for the eBay Powerfuls. Yamamoto would be the first to reach the pros. 2 years later, after graduating from Asia University, Yuma followed, signing with the Orix Buffaloes, the very same team as his childhood friend. It was a reunion that felt nothing short of destiny. In August 2023, after a victory, Yamamoto stood on the heroes podium next to Tongu, his voice trembling with emotion as he said, "It feels like a miracle to chase a championship with my childhood friend. We'll keep working hard together." From playing catch in a small neighborhood park to winning championships side by side in professional baseball, their story feels like something out of a movie. Among Japanese baseball fans, the two are forever known as the miraculous childhood friends. And for Yamamoto, His love for baseball was nurtured not only by his father's devotion, but also by the bond with the friend who shared his dream from the very beginning. Chapter 2. The Ordinary Baseball Kid. Yamamoto's junior high school years. When Yoshinobu Yamamoto entered junior high, he joined a baseball team called the Higashi Okayama Boys, taking his next step toward becoming a real ball player. At that time, the coaches remember him as just an ordinary kid who loved baseball. No one could have imagined that this small, quiet boy would one day shock the world. Compared to the other kids, he wasn't tall or muscular. The team uniform looked oversized on his slender frame. One coach joked that it hung off him like a happi, the Japanese festival coat. Most future star pitchers dominate the mound from childhood, always the ace of their teams. But Yamamoto's story was different. When he first joined the boys team, his main position wasn't pitcher. It was infielder. Even the glove he bought when switching from rubber ball baseball to hardball was an infielder's glove, not a pitcher's. In his first 2 years, the road was tough. He appeared in only one official game, blocked by a group of talented upperclassmen. It wasn't until his third year that Yamamoto finally earned a regular spot, and even then, he mostly played second base, wearing number 4. Of course, that didn't mean he stopped pitching altogether. The team already had another strong pitcher, so the coaches simply decided Yoshinobu can handle second base too. At the plate, he usually batted second. Not a power hitter, but a smart, versatile type, who could move runners and play the small ball game. The coaches also remember him as a clever kid, someone who knew exactly how far he could push things. One of them recalled with a laugh, he was good at finding that fine line between effort and mischief. Just when we thought he was slacking off and we were about to scold him, he'd suddenly turn it on. And when we did call him out, he'd flash that cute, crinkled smile, and we couldn't stay mad at him. In short, Yamamoto was seen as a normal, well-behaved boy who loved baseball. No one at that time could have predicted he would become the ace of Japanese baseball. But there was one unforgettable moment, a glimpse of the determination that would later define him. In the summer of his third year, during the Okayama regional final that would decide who advanced to the national tournament, Yamamoto was dealing with back pain. The coaches planned to rest him, but he insisted, "I want to pitch." He came in as a reliever for the final 2 innings. Even then, that unshakable fighting spirit of the future ace was already burning inside him. With 2 outs in the final inning, his last pitch, a perfectly placed fastball, snapped into the catcher's mitt without an inch of error. Every coach who saw that pitch still remembers it vividly. That one pitch, they said, is something I'll never forget for the rest of my life. Thanks to Yamamoto's performance, the Higashi Okayama boys advanced to the national tournament only to suffer a tough mercy rule loss in the first round. And with that, Yamamoto's middle school baseball days came to an end. But what followed changed everything. Through a fortunate connection, he was accepted into Miyakanojo High School in Miyazaki Prefecture, and with that, a fire was lit inside him. Even after officially retiring from the boys' team, he kept showing up at practice, quietly throwing pitch after pitch from the mound, whenever he had a spare moment. One coach recalled, we'd look around and say, "Wait, Yoshinobu's throwing again." You could tell he was determined to become a pitcher in high school. That's when he really started to change. And that change was remarkable. When he finished middle school, his fastball had jumped from 75 miles per hour to 81 miles per hour. A huge leap in just a few short months. It was the first sign of the transformation that would soon make Yoshinobu Yamamoto one of the most dominant pitchers Japan had ever seen. Chapter 3. Awakening at Miyakanojo High, and a fateful encounter. When Yoshinobu Yamamoto entered Miyakanojo High School in Miyazaki Prefecture, he didn't start out as a pitcher, but as an infielder. And that decision didn't come from the coaches. It was his own choice. He once looked back and said, "When I first entered high school, they asked me, 'Do you like pitching or hitting more?' I said, 'I like both, so I want to do both. So at first, I played third base in official games, and I also pitched in practice games. That summer, as a freshman, Yamamoto made the lineup as a regular player in the prefectural tournament. But after the tournament ended, he made a major decision to focus entirely on pitching. It wasn't an order from the coaches, it was his own resolve, shaped by the team's needs and his growing passion for the mound. As he started taking the ball in game after game, his performances improved rapidly. By autumn, he had already earned the coveted ace number. He later said with a bright smile, "When I got the ace number before the tournament, I was really happy." Even as a freshman, Yamamoto's fastball already sat around 84 miles per hour, touching 87 miles per hour at its peak. But in his second year, he made a dramatic leap. His fastball was clocked at 94 miles per hour. He had transformed into one of the top high school pitchers in all of Japan, and soon, people began calling him one of the 4 kings of Kyushu. How did he improve so explosively? The secret lay in 2 things: a complete overhaul of his diet and training. Yamamoto recalled the turning point. Before one of our games, a well-known local pitcher named Kaede Yokoyama threw right before us. Some scouts stayed to watch my game afterward, and afterward my coach told me, "They said you're too skinny." That's when I decided to eat more and gain weight, and my velocity went up. At the start of high school, he weighed about 139 pounds, but after months of intense training, his weight dropped to 128 pounds. Determined to change that, he began a strict eating program. 4 meals a day, sometimes polishing off 3 bowls of rice per meal. His effort was relentless, and he didn't just change his eating habits, he changed the way he trained. At that time, Miyakanojo High's practices focused mostly on running, long, repetitive endurance training. But during his first winter, Yamamoto revamped his own regimen, adding efficient, pitcher-specific workouts to build real strength. Combined with his new diet, his body transformed. His weight climbed to 172 pounds. Then came the encounter that changed everything. His first meeting with trainer Osamu Yada. At first, Yamamoto visited Yada seeking help with his pitching form and training methods. But what he found went far deeper. Yada didn't just talk about mechanics, he taught the philosophy of how to feel and move the body itself. Yamamoto was instantly captivated. He began visiting regularly, learning how to understand every subtle motion of his body. He once said, "The moment Yada sensei's words clicked, the way I used my body completely changed." After carefully observing Yamamoto's form and hearing his ambitions, Yada told him bluntly, "Even if you train day and night, with your current form, you'll never reach your goal. To get there, you need a complete rebuild, a full model change." Without hesitation, Yamamoto replied, "Then I'll do it." That willingness to start from zero, to listen, to adapt, and to act, became one of his defining strengths. When his former middle school coaches heard of his progress, they were stunned. When we heard that Yoshinobu hit 93 miles per hour as a sophomore, we couldn't believe it. We said, "Wait, that Yoshinobu?" His results soon spoke for themselves. In the summer of his second year, he threw a no-hitter in the final of the Miyazaki Newcomer Tournament. That fall, in the second round of the prefectural tournament, he even recorded a perfect game, through 5 innings by rule. In his final summer, Miyakanojo fell in the 3rd round, and Yamamoto never made it to Koshien, the national high school baseball tournament. But professional scouts had already seen enough. They recognized the rare combination of power, precision, and discipline. And in the NPB draft, Yoshinobu Yamamoto was selected in the 4th round by the Orix Buffaloes, marking the beginning of his professional journey. Chapter 4: Turning Pro, Rising to Stardom in NPB. In 2016, Yoshinobu Yamamoto was drafted in the 4th round by the Orix Buffaloes. He signed with a 40 million yen signing bonus and an estimated annual salary of 5 million yen. His uniform number was 43. On May 9, 2017, Yamamoto made his farm team debut against the Hiroshima Carp. In just 8 appearances, he recorded a 2-0 record with a stunning .27 ERA, pitching 33.2 innings and striking out 28 batters. Then, on August 20, he made his first debut at Kyocera Dome against the Chiba Lotte Marines. Throwing fastballs that topped 93 miles per hour, mixed with 2-seamers and sliders, he allowed just 1 run over 5 innings. Though he didn't earn the win, his performance left a strong impression. Then, Orix second-team manager and former MLB player So Taguchi praised Yamamoto's mental composure. He's incredibly calm. No matter what's happening, he's always aware of his surroundings and knows how to handle every situation. Even when he gives up hits, he never collapses mentally. When runners get on base, he's already thinking ahead, who he can get out, where the openings are. His mind never stops working. Yamamoto himself, even after his debut, spoke in his usual calm tone. When I get too excited, I lose focus, so I always try to stay composed. Even today, I didn't feel overly hyped. Scout Kazuo Yamaguchi, who had been following Yamamoto since high school, also spoke about his impression with genuine admiration. Even back in high school, I could clearly picture him succeeding in a professional uniform. But his growth since joining the pros has far exceeded my expectations, especially the way he thinks. His mindset isn't that of a typical 19-year-old. And soon enough, the breakthrough came. In August, at Zozo Marine Stadium, Yamamoto earned his first professional win, throwing 5 innings and allowing just 2 runs. For Orix, it was the first time in 23 years that a high school rookie had recorded a win. Then, on September 26th, in a game against the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters at Kyocera Dome, Yamamoto faced none other than Shohei Ohtani, his future teammate, with destiny seemingly at work. The matchup went as follows. First at bat, strikeout, swinging. Second at bat, sacrifice fly. Third at bat, single to center. That's right, Yamamoto struck out Shohei Ohtani in his rookie season. Ohtani later told his teammates about the encounter. He was the best pitcher I faced this year. Earning that kind of praise from Ohtani himself was no small feat. From that moment, Yamamoto's trajectory was set. His rise would be unstoppable. Even after turning pro, he continued to train under his mentor, trainer Osamu Yada. Yada's BC exercises consist of over 400 variations, most of which are monotonous and require immense patience and body awareness. Yamamoto, however, practiced them relentlessly, every single day, without fail. He often described his approach with a unique phrase: "I train to produce power within relaxation, to build strength that isn't just strength." This unwavering partnership, forged through trust and dedication, was what elevated Yoshinobu Yamamoto into Japan's finest pitcher. Chapter 5: Becoming Japan's Strongest Pitcher. The Birth of a True Winner. In his second season, in 2018, Yoshinobu Yamamoto secured a spot on Orix's top roster as a setup man. He appeared in 54 games, recording 4 wins, 2 losses, 1 save, and 32 holds with an impressive 2.89 ERA. Although he narrowly missed out on Rookie of the Year honors, he ranked second in the league with 36 hold points and was selected for the All-Star Game by managerial recommendation. Then, in his third season, 2019, Yamamoto transitioned into the starting rotation. Over 20 games, he posted an 8-6 record with a 1.95 ERA, earning his first career title as the league's ERA champion. He also represented Team Japan at the 2019 WBSC Premier 12, helping lead the nation to its first ever championship in the tournament. During that offseason, Yamamoto changed his uniform number from 43 to 18, a number traditionally reserved for the ace pitcher in Japan, worn by legends of the game. Being given that number in just his third year was proof of the tremendous expectations placed on him. In 2020, his fourth season, the schedule was shortened to 120 games due to COVID-19. Still, Yamamoto's dominance continued. He threw 31 consecutive scoreless innings, finishing with an 8-4 record, a 2.2 ERA, and 149 strikeouts, winning the title for most strikeouts. Then came 2021, a turning point, the season that would define his career. Named opening day starter for the first time, Yamamoto went on a historic 15-game winning streak, breaking a 48-year-old franchise record. He also represented Japan in the Tokyo Olympics, playing a key role in securing the gold medal. His final numbers were astounding: 26 starts, 18 wins, 5 losses, 1.39 ERA, and 206 strikeouts. He led the Orix Buffaloes to their first league title in 25 years as their undeniable ace. That year, he swept Japan's highest honors: the Saramura Award, MVP, Best 9, and Gold Glove. He also captured the pitching quadruple crown: ERA, wins, win percentage, and strikeouts. It was, without question, one of the most dominant seasons in NPB history. In 2022, Yamamoto once again opened the season on the mound and led Orix to a season-opening victory, their first in 12 years. On June 18, he threw his first career no-hitter against the Cebu Lions. Orix went on to win back-to-back league titles, and for the first time in 26 years, reclaimed the title of Japan's best team. Yamamoto's stats: 26 starts, 15 wins, 5 losses, a 1.68 ERA, and 205 strikeouts. For the second straight year, he won the Saramura Award, MVP, Best 9, Gold Glove, and again captured the pitching quadruple crown, an unprecedented feat in Japanese baseball history. He even added the most shutouts title, making it a 5-crown season achieved in consecutive years. After clinching the league title, Yamamoto reflected humbly, "I'm really happy I was able to post good numbers throughout the season. There's part of me that thinks I could have done even better, but finishing as number 1 over an entire year is something special. I feel both joy and a bit of frustration." By 2023, Yamamoto's reputation as Japan's ultimate champion ace was unshakable. He posted a 1.21 ERA, a 7.27 winning percentage, 16 wins, and 169 strikeouts, becoming the first pitcher in NPB history to win the pitching quadruple crown for 3 consecutive years. Naturally, he also claimed the Saramura Award, MVP, Best 9, and Gold Glove for the 3rd straight year. With Yamamoto leading the way, Orix captured 3 straight league championships. Though they narrowly missed back-to-back Japan Series titles, his role in delivering 3 consecutive pennants firmly established him as the man who brings victory. And then came March 2023, the World Baseball Classic. In the first round against Australia, Yamamoto dazzled with 4 scoreless innings, allowing just 1 hit and striking out 8. In the semi-final against Mexico, he battled through 3 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits, showing the world his trademark poise and control. The New York Post wrote, "Yamamoto, who has won Japan's equivalent of the Cy Young Award for 2 straight years, is the ace of the reigning Japan champions, the Orix Buffaloes." From that point, the baseball world knew his name. And in November 2023, after the season ended, Orix officially approved his posting to Major League Baseball. With a body and mindset forged alongside trainer Osamu Yada and a proven record as Japan's ultimate championship pitcher, Yoshinobu Yamamoto was finally ready to step onto the greatest stage in the world. Chapter 6: The MLB Challenge: Becoming a True Ace and a Legend. In December 2023, Yoshinobu Yamamoto signed a historic deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers, a 12-year, $325 million contract, the largest ever for a pitcher in Major League history. That contract carried the hopes of fans all around the world. At his introductory press conference, Yamamoto quoted Shohei Ohtani's famous words before the WBC final, declaring boldly, "From today, as a member of the Dodgers, I have to stop admiring others and start becoming the one people admire. I'll do my best to help this team win a world championship." Then, in March, he made his MLB debut in Seoul, South Korea, against the San Diego Padres. Of course, I'm disappointed and I take responsibility for today. But the season is long. I'll work hard to contribute to the team with better outings from here. And he did. After a steady climb, his momentum was halted in June by a rotator cuff injury, which sent him to the 60-day injured list. But by his side, as always, was trainer Osamu Yada, the same man who had supported him since his Orix Buffaloes days. Through Yada's meticulous rehab program, Yamamoto returned, stronger than ever, just in time for the postseason. Then came Game 2 of the 2024 World Series. He was electric. 6.1 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, earning the win. The Dodgers went on to win the championship, and Yamamoto became a World Series champion in his first MLB season. But this was only the beginning of his legend. On March 20, 2025, at Tokyo Dome, Yamamoto took the mound for the Dodgers opening day, his first start of his second MLB season, and fittingly, in his home country. He had learned much from his rookie year, but to be recognized as a true ace, he knew this season would be the real test. That day, he delivered. 6 innings, 2 runs, 7 strikeouts. After the game, he spoke with quiet confidence. Last year, everything was new and sometimes overwhelming, but I learned a lot. Today, I could really feel how much I've grown. Even Shohei Ohtani noticed the difference. Yoshinobu clearly has more composure this year. You can tell he's using last year's experience. I'm really excited to see what he does next. Then, on May 20th against the Diamondbacks, everything changed. Yamamoto threw 110 pitches, dominating through 7 scoreless innings with 9 strikeouts, allowing just 1 hit. From the first pitch, he was locked in. Perfect through 3 innings, no hits through 6. When he finally gave up a single in the 7th, he roared on the mound, striking out the next batter to end the inning. Dodger Stadium erupted in a chant, "Yoshi, Yoshi, Yoshi." Local media praised him with awe. Dodgers Nation wrote, "Yoshinobu was absolutely dazzling. Through 6, he was untouchable. The Dodgers finally have a true, unquestionable ace." In July, Yamamoto earned his first All-Star selection, just his second year in MLB. "It's truly an honor," he said. "Being chosen among the best players in America feels like a dream. I'm happy to share this moment with fans back home in Japan." Manager Dave Roberts echoed the sentiment. He's been pitching at an all-star level all season. The selection is well-deserved, and it's only the beginning. He'll be back here many times. Even though he didn't pitch in the game due to rotation timing, the experience of being among baseball's elite inspired him even more. The Dodgers finished the first half atop their division, but soon faced adversity. Their bullpen was hit by a wave of injuries, forcing starters to carry a heavy load. Through it all, Yamamoto never missed a start. By mid-August, he had thrown 3 straight 7-inning games, earning him the nickname the Iron Man. Manager Roberts recalled, "Yoshi was unbelievably tough. With our bullpen falling apart, he was the reason we stayed in contention. He carried us." Behind that endurance was Yada's precise body maintenance and recovery work. Yamamoto later reflected, "That stretch was brutal, but thanks to Dr. Yada's daily care, I was able to keep my condition and stay on the mound." Yada explained, "Our focus was preventing fatigue. With daily adjustments to his body and mechanics, we managed to protect him through the grind." Their teamwork paid off. Yamamoto posted a 1.5 ERA from August through September, maintaining dominance all the way into October. October 15th, NLCS Game 2 versus the Brewers. The first pitch he threw was crushed into the right field stands. A leadoff home run, the worst possible start. But true aces rise in adversity. He struck out the next hitter, retired the heart of the order, and didn't allow another run the rest of the night. Through 8 innings and 111 pitches, he was untouchable. In the 9th, Roberts trusted him to finish what he started, and Yamamoto delivered. A complete game, the first by any pitcher in the postseason since Justin Verlander in 2017, and the first ever by a Japanese pitcher. Legendary Yankee Derek Jeter said in disbelief, "We haven't seen a postseason complete game in nearly a decade. Incredible." Then came Game 2 of the World Series. Yamamoto did it again. Another complete game victory. 105 pitches, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 run. Fox Sports' Joe Davis shouted from the booth, "Yamamoto, the man with the biggest contract in pitching history, is living up to every dollar of it." Dodgers Nation wrote, "An unbelievable performance when the Dodgers needed him the most." And then, just one day after throwing 96 pitches in Game 6, Yamamoto took the mound again, on 0 days rest, in Game 7. It was a do-or-die moment. 1 out, runners on first and second, 9th inning. Manager Roberts turned to his ace. Commentators couldn't believe it. Unreal. He pitched Game 6 and now he's back for Game 7. "I have no words," said Hall of Famer John Smoltz. Yamamoto escaped the jam, pitching through the 11th inning, and the Dodgers went on to clinch back-to-back championships. The baseball world was stunned. After the game, Roberts said, "He's not normal. He has an unbreakable will, perfect mechanics, and a warrior's mindset. I've never seen anything like him." Yamamoto spoke humbly, fighting back emotion. "After I finished pitching yesterday, I thought it would be my final appearance, so I thank Coach Yada for all his guidance over the year. He told me, 'Let's see if you can at least make it to the bullpen tomorrow.' I thought, if just being in the bullpen can help the team, then that's a start. When I actually practiced, everything felt great, and before I knew it, I was back on the mound." And most memorably, he added, "Thanks to Dr. Yada, I was able to pitch back-to-back. I'm truly grateful." Yamamoto finished the World Series with 3 appearances, 3 wins, a 1.02 ERA, and 15 strikeouts, earning the World Series MVP. Shohei Ohtani praised him, smiling through champagne spray. "It was an incredible moment. We couldn't have done it without him. As a teammate and as a fellow Japanese player, I'm so proud." Amid the champagne celebration, Ohtani and Yamamoto doused each other with beer, laughing like brothers. Yamamoto shouted, "This is the best feeling ever. I'm just so thankful to all my teammates. We couldn't have won without every single one of them." From 3 straight pennants and a Japan Series title in MPB to back-to-back World Championships in MLB, Yoshinobu Yamamoto had become a legend, a man known as the ultimate winner. Yet, through it all, his words never changed. "I've just been lucky. I've met amazing people at every turning point in my life. I owe everything to those around me." That humility, more than anything, is what made him great. So, what did you think? In this video, we followed the incredible journey of Yoshinobu Yamamoto, a pitcher whose rise can only be described as miraculous. A boy who once seemed like any other young baseball player, grew in just a few short years into one of Japan's greatest pitchers, and then went on to conquer Major League Baseball, winning the World Series MVP. It's hard to find another player in history who's experienced such a dramatic and inspiring evolution. And there's a reason why he's often called the man who brings championships. In Japan's MPB, he led his team to 3 straight league titles and helped them capture their first Japan Series championship in 26 years. Then, after moving to MLB, he achieved the ultimate feat again, winning back-to-back World Series titles. His mental toughness, his competitive spirit, and above all, his burning will to win. These are what make Yamamoto truly special. But his story is far from over. His journey continues, and we as fans in Japan will keep cheering for him with pride and admiration. Yamamoto's path will continue to inspire young ball players everywhere, reminding them to never give up on their dreams. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. See you again in the next video.